Negativity, the expression of criticism of or pessimism about something. The definition of negativity.
Have you ever felt that in the cosplay community? Because we have.
Sadly, negativity is something that's unavoidable. It's literally everywhere in life and just something you have to learn how to deal with.
Whether it be people actually telling you off because of your cosplay, whether it be strangers or people in the community, or even if it's just jealousy.
Yes, people, there's always going to be someone out there that's just angry at life. They could be jealous, they don't know what it is, or they want to watch the world burn. To
avoid negativity completely, you need to stay out of the more competition side of cosplay, because that's when things start to get serious.
Well, I mean, how to avoid negativity in general is to put yourself in an isolated room, turn the lights off, and never cosplay ever again. But that, you shouldn't let someone's opinion stop yourself from enjoying something you love so much.
Be confident in yourself and in your cosplay, and you have to be having fun. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, sadly, I've heard a lot of people say that cosplay didn't used to be so competitive, but with social media arising now and it's become more mainstream, people are turning it into almost like a sport to see who can look the best, and you see those like blogs on websites, like fail cosplay websites, of people's pictures being posted. I mean, if you're having fun, it really shouldn't matter. Just enjoy yourself. Don't worry about what other people are saying.
A little bit more of a touchy subject, and it's going to be sexism and sexual assault in cosplay.
It doesn't matter what gender you are, it happens to males and females. It's a big no-no.
Cosplay does not equal consent. If I want to cosplay something with my tits hanging out,
that doesn't give you permission to go up or touch me or verbally harass me some way that's without my consent.
Me and Fiona, we've both been harassed by the same person at a convention, and it was the scariest moment of my life.
It was pretty creepy. We're not going to be mentioning any names here, obviously.
We don't know his name, so it doesn't matter.
No.
He tried to play it off as it being playful, and he was trying to play it off as he was just taking a picture with us, but it was really creepy. It was like a tube top, so our stomachs were showing, and he was touching our waists, and his hands were moving in places that were not so favorable, and it was not a comfortable experience.
Like, don't be afraid when people ask to take your pictures and they put their hand in a spot you don't feel comfortable, like on your waist or somewhere, or your lower back. Don't be afraid to say, no, I'm not comfortable with that, because it's your body and it's your rights.
And if you're a boy and your cosplay involves not wearing a shirt, and people start like, touching your abs and stuff, just be like, no, please stop.
Yeah.
Don't. Also, if you're a boy who dresses like a girl, or a girl who dresses like a boy, do not let anyone convince you that you should not be cosplaying.
No, you can cosplay literally whatever you want. There's no rules or guidelines.
It doesn't matter what your race is, what your gender is, what your weight is, nothing like that. It does not matter as long as you have a passion in your heart to cosplay that character. One thing that I would like to say that is advice to anyone who's beginning cosplay or anyone who's been cosplaying for a while: do not go to a convention or event thinking that you will be the best cosplayer of your character that is there.
Yes, especially, and you may look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh hot damn, and it's totally fine to be confident in yourself, but don't expect to be like everyone's gonna be like jaw-dropping over your cosplay.
Because it's not gonna happen. Your cosplay might be popular, that's very common, but if you're doing characters like Naruto or CL from Black Butler, or any very popular Attack on Titan,
Italia,
if you go as a character like that, you can definitely not expect to be the best cosplayer there. 2 years ago at Anime North, I cosplayed CL from Black Butler, and there was about 500 other CLs, and the whole time I was just really depressed because I was questioning, I'm like, why don't I look as good as them? Like, why is my cosplay not as good? And you know what? It's because I was inexperienced, and there's always going to be someone who's better at cosplay.
And you can't think like that, because it brings down your experience of the convention.
It does.
Like, we know a good friend of ours, and she often has the mindset when she goes to conventions that she's going to be the best character that she's cosplaying out there, and then at the end of the day she's sad and upset and she's crying and she feels bad about herself.
She always goes with the set that she's gonna be the best one there, which I'm sure is a good thing for some people, but if you can't handle the fact that you're not, you really can't do that, especially if you're being a character that's common.
I mean, Erin and I, we've been cosplaying now for several years, but to this day, we know for a fact, you know what, just because we're a little bit more experienced than someone that has been cosplaying often, that doesn't mean we're going to be the best cosplays there. That's like looking at magazines and comparing yourself to models. I mean, it's just, or like Victoria's Secret models, or it's just unrealistic. Like, don't set yourself up for those sort of expectations. Another thing is try not to compare yourself to your friends. Yeah, that's a big one. You're gonna ruin friendships, and you're gonna start to hate that person, and it's just gonna end up so bitter. When I first met Fiona, that was about 4 years ago, I was really jealous of all her cosplays, but I realized after a while I was just angry, and I didn't want to lose Fiona as a friend. Yeah. So I put myself in my shoes and I was like, here we go. I'm gonna work to get better. Instead of comparing yourself to someone else, better yourself. Motivation. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got into high school, and it's great knowing so many more people that liked anime and cosplay, but that also comes with knowing more people that like cosplay, and you're no longer the only person you know that cosplays. So your friends are most likely going to be good or better. Yeah, exactly. And I think both of us can say we've both felt some jealousy between our friends when it comes to cosplay. You feel like you're a bad friend because you're so upset. But at the same time, don't think of yourself as a bad person for feeling jealous, because it's human nature. As humans, we're constantly looking at things and comparing ourselves and being like, oh, well, why don't I look like this, or why don't I have that? You just use it to make yourself feel better. Yeah. Me and Fiona are still good friends, and there's no more jealousy because we're both hot when it comes to cosplay. Oh, yeah. In real life, we're like, and instead of comparing yourself to friends and feeling jealous, motivate yourself. Be like, yeah, you know what? They're great at cosplay, but now I know next time I am going to style my wig differently, or I'm going to tailor my cosplay a bit, or in our case, yeah, she's great at cosplaying, but so am I. Yeah, exactly. My cosplay is good, and I pulled it off a way she couldn't pull it off, because I have my face and she has her face. Exactly, and that's exactly, you're two completely different people. That's kind of like comparing apples to oranges. You can't. Alright guys, that's it for today. Until next time, Power Pendant Mutamorphosis! You draw little twigs coming out of the eyeballs. I'm so bad at drawing eyelashes. They're kind of hard. Look at this bullshit. Oh. But that is a sweet ass eyeball, if I do say so myself. Okay. Negativity. Start again. Don't be like, okay, just read only the definition. We'll start again. Ah! Let me get into position. Ah! Stop.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. What's been
Something you want to hear.
Who the fuck she think she is? I don't even understand. Like, for real. She talking shit. She gonna get hit. This girl, who the fuck she think?
No, fuck you. No.
Sebastian.
Oh, this is actually really funny.
I get it.